The man fabricated a company just to identify the strongest rival in the job hunt. His plan was to eliminate them one by one and secure his dream job. But he didn't realize that a shell casing left on the highway had already identified the weapon as an extremely rare North Korean pistol. This man is called Won-ju. He was once a mid-level manager at Sun Paper, living a typical middle-class life. A beautiful wife, lovely children, and an ancestral home filled with family memories. But the downturn in manufacturing put all of it at risk. The company was acquired by American capital, and cost-cutting became the only rule. As a veteran employee, Won-ju had hoped to fight for his co-workers' rights, only to discover his own name was already on the layoff list. The eel gift box he thought was a company perk turned out to be the company's signal that he was being let go. He hid the truth of his unemployment from his wife Maylee for 13 months. Their savings were gone, and the mortgage of over $10 million was overdue. The bank was about to repossess the house. The house was his father's ancestral home, the root of his childhood, and proof of a lifetime of hard work. His wife suggested selling the house and renting instead, a proposal like a rotten tooth, sharply striking a nerve in Won-ju. A deep sense of disillusionment washed over him. To keep all of this, he had to find a job. His target was Moon Paper, the most profitable company in the industry. But offering himself for the job only brought humiliation. The one who humiliated him was a supervisor at Moon Paper, Choi Shan-chu, a rising star in the company. Watching Choi Shan-chu shine in the company's promotional video, a crazy idea began to grow in Won-ju's mind. If he were dead, wouldn't that open the door for him to take his place? For his first attempt, he climbed onto the roof. He raised the flower pot, but hesitated at the last moment. He realized that even if he got rid of Choi Seon-cho, countless other competitors would still appear. He needed a more meticulous plan. He fabricated a company called Red Pepper Paper and posted a job listing. There was only one goal: to assess the competition through the resumes he received, identify every potential rival stronger than him, and eliminate them. Resumes poured in like snow. After careful analysis, he locked onto two top targets. The first came from a family of papermakers with deep credentials and an outstanding record, winner of Papermaker of the Year. Someone who could easily crush him in any interview. Using the address on the resume, Won-ju found Gu Byememo's home in the mountains. He watched through binoculars and unexpectedly spotted a strange man sneaking out of the house. While tailing him, he suddenly came face to face with Gu Byememo. Won-ju instinctively raised the pistol his father brought back from the Vietnam War. His father's words echoed in his ears. If you don't kill on the battlefield, everyone will kill you. The workplace is no different. Just as he was about to pull the trigger, Gu Byememo's wife, Yara, appeared. He hid in the shadows, listening to the couple argue. He realized that Gu Byememo's situation was strikingly similar to his own. Middle-aged, unemployed, under heavy family pressure, and obsessively devoted to the paper industry. Won-ju saw his own reflection in the man. His urge to kill faded a little. The next day, he sneaked in again, planning to act inside, but instead caught Yara with her lover. Only then did he understand. That man yesterday. He drove away. But on the road, he saw Gu Byememo heading home. A strange surge of sympathy made him turn the car around. Posing as the head of recruitment for Red Pepper Company, he called Gu Byememo. He lured him away with a fake interview, just to keep him from discovering his wife's affair. But it was already too late. Gu Byememo returned home and had clearly discovered the truth, writhing on the floor in agony. The next day, Won-ju barged in with a gun, ready to end it all. But Byememo mistook him for his wife's lover. In the chaos, Era grabbed the gun, turning the situation around. Won-ju fled in terror. Then a gunshot rang out behind him. Era killed her own husband. Won-ju became the only witness to the murder. He watched Era and her lover bury the body. While they went inside, he quietly retrieved the pistol. The shock left him on edge. Back home, he saw his wife dancing with colleagues at a party. The bloody scene from earlier that day overlapped with the moment before him. He lost control and rushed home, frantically searching through his wife's underwear, suspecting she was cheating too. The first obstacle had been unexpectedly removed. He then set his sights on the second candidate, Gao Shichao. He had an impressive resume and experience at a Japanese company, a perfect fit for Moon Paper's plans to expand into the Japanese market. Won-ju tracked down where Gao Shichao worked. He was working as a clerk in a shoe store, humbly serving customers. He watched Gao Shichao pull out his worn, nearly empty wallet and hand the last few bills to his daughter. Once again, he saw himself in the man he was targeting. But this time, he didn't hesitate. He staged a car breakdown on a roadside at midnight. When the unsuspecting Gao Shichao stepped forward to help fix it, Wanju raised his gun from behind. He calmly removed the dash cam and stuffed the body into the trunk. In the chaos, a shell casing fell to the ground. He buried the body in his garden and planted a tree over it to conceal the crime. A few days later, the police came knocking. They were investigating the disappearance of 2 paper industry experts. Without his knowledge, the police had begun connecting the clues. Both victims had interviewed with another Chinese-funded company, and both were ranked at the top. At the crime scene, police found Gao Shichao's car, along with bloodstains and the crucial shell casing. From the casing, they traced the weapon to a rare North Korean firearm. Wanju was terrified. And after catching a glimpse of the fake model gun in the cabinet, his wife Meili instantly understood the truth. She kept her composure and subtly blocked the police's view for him. At this point, Wanju could have stopped his plan. With the top 2 candidates gone, the job would naturally fall to him. But what he really wanted was the better-paying position at Moon Paper. He still had one last person to eliminate, Choi Shan-chu. He showed up at Choi's place with wine, acting like an over-enthusiastic admirer, and drank with him until Choi was completely wasted. In the sweltering heat of midsummer, he used a pair of pliers to yank out the decayed tooth that had tormented him for years. His brutality left Choi deeply impressed. Just as Choi passed out drunk in the yard, Wanju received a call from his wife. Meili didn't expose his lies. She simply told him that no matter what happened, she and their child would be waiting for him at home. That silent acceptance became his final catalyst. He sealed Choi Shan-chu's mouth and nose with plastic wrap. Using a funnel, he poured a mixture of alcohol and starch down his throat, staging it to look like he had choked on vomit after getting drunk. When Wanju returned home at dawn, Meili told him they were just burying a pig meant for a barbecue, calming the son who had witnessed everything. She dug into the garden soil and confirmed her husband's crime. Then she chose to remain silent. All the obstacles had been cleared. Wanju finally walked into the interview room at Moon Paper. The interviewer told him with a smile. The era of manual papermaking was over. His job would be to push forward the factory's fully automated system, so that large-scale layoffs could follow once it went online. Wanju was stunned. After fighting so desperately, he had only become the executioner of the next wave of layoffs. Meanwhile, on the police side, Yala tried to protect herself by claiming her husband, Ju Fanmo, was depressed and had vanished with a gun. All the blame was pinned on a dead man. The two sinners reached a perfect understanding through lies. In late autumn, Wanju stood inside the brand new, empty, and cold automated factory. The machines ran with perfect precision. Humans seemed utterly unnecessary. He won the position, but lost his soul. He had become the very kind of person he once despised. What he didn't know was that this cold machine he had set in motion would soon devour someone else next.